Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Chibi Logan. Let's get started with the eyes. I'm going to start over on the left side with a curve for the eyelid. Starting from the outside, I'm going to curve down and in. Curving across and then down. We're going to leave a gap in the center and do the same thing on the right side. So lining up the bottom, we're going to curve up and over towards the right. Let's take these 2 points and curve them upwards for a little frown line. So on the left side, we're just going to curve up and in. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Now in between, I just want to draw a little frown line with two little curves. On the left side, we'll curve up, and then on the right, we'll do the opposite, curving up and in. Let's add in a thick eyebrow. So on the left side here, we're just going to curve in, and it's going to get a little bit thicker as we come in towards the brow line right here. So curving across, and then we'll pull that back in. We'll do the same thing on the right. Starting up here, we'll curve up, and then just taper out to the point on the right side. Let's tuck the eyes in underneath the eyebrow. So it's basically a half circle that starts on the outside. We're going to step in a little bit, curve down and in towards this point here. Starting down here, curving down towards the bottom, and then we'll pull that back up. We'll do the same thing on the right side. Starting on the inside, curving down towards the bottom, and we'll just tuck that back up underneath the brow. We're going to draw a smaller half circle inside for the iris. So on the outside here, we're going to step over towards the right and just curve down towards the bottom and then in. So right here we're going to curve down, just taper it down towards the bottom and in. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So starting at the bottom here, curving up and then tapering up underneath the brow. Now on the top left side, we're going to draw a little highlight circle. On the left side here, we're going to draw a circle right up against the brow line. On the right side, we're going to tuck this in underneath the brow. So right here, we're going to curve around and then up. Let's tuck the pupil in underneath the highlight. So at the bottom of the highlight, we're going to circle around and just pull that back in on the side. We're going to color that in black. Let's do the same thing on the right. So at the bottom of the highlight, we're going to circle around, pull that into the side of the highlight, and we'll color that in black. Underneath the eyes, we're just going to give them a little bit of bag. So on the inside part of the eye, we're just going to curve down underneath the eye. We'll do the same thing on the right. So right in here, we're just going to curve down and out. In the middle, between the eyes, right down here, we're going to draw the nose. So we're going to start with a little U shape. This. Now we're going to take these points and curve them in the opposite direction out towards the sides of the nostril. So we're going to curve out. Do the same thing on the right side. Now we're going to pull these up and then hook them back in. So on the left side here, we're going to go up and just hook it back in. We'll do the same thing on the right, going up and then just pulling that back down. Below the nose, we're going to add in the mouth. So we're going to clench his teeth across this way. So we're going to start on the left side, curve underneath the nose, and then over towards the right. Starting down here, we'll curve across, down in the middle, over towards the right. Now we're going to take these ends and curve out and down. On the left side, we'll curve down. On the right, we'll curve down. Now we're going to connect those 2 points with a slight curve across the middle. So on the left side, we're going to curve up in the middle, then over and down on the right side. Let's add in some teeth. So about halfway down this curve, we're going to draw a straight line, a short straight line that goes across. We'll do the same thing on the right side, over towards the side of the mouth. Now we're going to cross it like a T, down towards the bottom of the mouth. And on these corners, we're just going to color those in black. Down below the mouth, we're just going to indicate the bottom lip. So we just want to draw a slight curve in the middle, just going across like that. Now let's draw on the mustache going up towards the side of the head. So on this corner of the nostril, we're just going to curve up and out around the mouth. So going up and out around the mouth. Do the same thing on the right, curving around the mouth. Now we're going to curve up and just draw on some hairs. So on this point, we're going to curve up towards the eye, and we'll curve that back so it gets a little bit wider as we come down. We're going to draw that again. Going up towards the eye, and then we'll pull that back down. Let's do the same thing on the right. Curve up towards the eye, pull it back down. We'll draw that one more time, going up, and then pulling that back down. Now from these points, we want to curve up just beside the eyebrows. So from here, I'm going to curve up, leaving a gap between the eyebrow. We'll do the same thing on the right, going up, right here. Now we're going to curve up above the eyes with a hard turn. So from here, we're going to curve up and in. Do the same thing on the right, curving up and then in. Let's go up along the side of the head. So from this point, we're going to go out towards the left and then up. Do the same thing on the right, going up towards the right and going up. Now we're going to pull these in towards the center, towards the widow's peak. So we're going to go across with a curve, and then just pull it down towards the middle. Do the same thing on the right. So we're just going to work our way over towards the right, on the side of the head right there. Up in the forehead, we're going to add in some wrinkles. So we just want to draw a little wave that comes down in the middle. Starting on the left side, we're going to curve down, back up on the right, and then just flatten it out. We'll draw a shorter one just above it. So it's just basically a small curve that goes across like that. Let's go back to the side of the head and work our way down towards the beard. So beside the eye, we're going to move over and draw in a point. So there's a little gap between the inside edge and the outside. From here, we're going to curve down and in. Curving down and in to right about there. We'll do the same thing on the right. So lining it up, drawing a point. We're going to curve down and then in. To about the same height as we have on the left. Now here we just want to draw in some hair. So we're going to curve this outwards. Just blending it out to a curve. Now we're going to pull that back in with a short curve. And you can see it's tapering out, so it gets a little bit wider. We're going to work our way down towards the chin, down to about here. So from this point, we're going to go in the opposite direction, curving inwards. On the right, we'll curve inwards. Now we're going to pull that back up again, tapering up on both sides, coming back in again. So we're going to curve this down below the mouth on either side. And then again, drawing another hair. So right here, we're going to curve up and out. Now we want to make our way towards the chin down here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this in the opposite direction, curving down towards the center. Now I want to draw one little hair in between this point and the point in the chin here. So I'm going to curve up, aiming towards that point. I'm going to curve down. And then I'm just going to make my way to that point with another curve, going up and across. Now let's add some hair on the side of the head here. So from this point on the left, I'm going to curve out towards the left, and I'm going to pull that back up. So it's tapering upwards. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving out. We'll pull that back up. We're going to do one more on either side, going across, and then we'll pull that back in. Same thing on the right, going across, and then back in. Now behind the beard, we're going to tuck the ears in behind here. So about halfway along this curve, I'm going to go out, and we'll just pull this in towards the side of the head. Inside the ear, we're going to draw a little curve for inner ear detail, just coming in like that. We'll do the same thing on the right side. So right here, about halfway, curving out, and we'll pull that in towards the head. Right in here, we're going to draw that little curve from the head going out towards the side of the ear. Let's continue to the top of the head. So he's got a part on the left side here. So we're going to work our way up towards this point, going across and up to about the same height. Now we're going to add some hair strands coming out this way. So we're going to curve it out, hooking it down, and we're going to hook that back in. We'll draw one more going up in this direction. Going up. Now we're going to pull that back down. We're going to aim towards that point with a short curve like that. Now let's draw the hair. We're going to brush the hair over this way towards the right. So we're going to start by going up and across towards the right. Now we're going to pull that back down, tapering it down. We're going to draw another one going across this way. Going up and across. Now we're going to pull that back again, a short curve. Now we're going to swoop the hair upwards this way. So going upwards towards the right. We're going to pull that back down. We'll do one more. Curving up. And then we'll pull that back down. Now I'm going to comb the hair coming down towards the side of the hair right here. So from this point, I'm going to aim it downwards. Curving down towards the right. We'll curve that back up. We're going to draw one more hair spike down here. So curving down and across. We'll pull that back up with a short curve. Now I'm just going to pull that right into the side of the hair here. Curving out and then down. Let's add in some strands in the head here. So in the middle, I'm going to curve up and out towards the right. We're going to do a couple more. So we're going to step over, curving up and out towards the right. And just beside it, we're going to draw one smaller one. On the left side here, we're going to draw some more hairs curving over. So right here, we're going to curve across and up. Draw another curve going across like that. And maybe one short one on the side. On the side of the head here, we're just going to brush the hair back. So from that point, we're going to step down, curve down towards the left, stepping down, and we'll do that one more time. Let's draw them on the right side. So curving down towards the right, and we'll draw one more below it. For a little added detail, I'm just going to add a little scar just below the eye here. So right under here, we're just going to draw a little curve going across, and then in here, we'll just draw the stitches. 1, 2, 3 little short lines going across this way. Okay, so now we got the head, let's work our way down the body. So now we're going to work the inside part of the shirt down towards the waist right here. So on the left side of center, we're going to curve down. So it's got a slight arc coming this way. On the right, we'll do the same thing in the opposite direction, curving down towards the bottom of the shirt. Now we're going to curve these up and out towards the side of the body. So on the left side, we're just going to curve up and out. On the right, we'll do the same thing. So curving up and out. This is going to come up towards the armpits, but we want to draw in the collar first. So from the top of this line, we're going to step down and draw an upside down V. From this side, we're going to curve it up underneath the chin. Do the same thing on the right. So lining this up, doing an upside down V. We'll curve that up underneath the chin. Now we'll take these points aiming towards the tip of the collar, but we're going to leave a little gap. Curving up and in. Do the same thing on the right side. Up and in. We're going to draw the collar of the shirt underneath. So we're going to step down and just draw a little curve from left to right. Just above these 2 points, we're going to step up and just draw the bottom of the shirt. Drawing another curve from left to right on the inside. In the middle here, I just want to indicate the chest. We're going to draw a curve in the opposite direction. Just going across, leaving a space on either side. Let's go ahead and draw in the arms. So I'm going to have the arms out, exposing the claws. So we're going to start in the shoulder area first. So on the left side, right up here, we're going to curve down and out towards the left. Let's do the same thing on the right. So lining this up, we're going to curve down and out towards the right. We're going to roll up the sleeves. So right here, I'm going to curve down and in beside the body here. We're going to curve the top of the cuff. So right here, we're going to curve across, down. We're going to pull this down with a curve to right about there. Now I just want to curve this back up behind the body, going upwards. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So right here, we're going to curve in behind the body. Now we're going to draw on that top. So going across with a small curve. We're going to bring down the cuff, coming down to here, and then we'll pull it back up behind the body like that. Let's go back to the left side and draw on this arm. So we're going to expose a little bit of the forearm first. So from this point in the cuff, we're going to go across with a straight angled line. We're going to draw on the thumb. So from this point, we're going to step down, curving up, come down, and now we're going to pull this up about halfway along this curve. We're going to draw on the palm. So from this point, we're going to curve down and in. Let's layer the fingers in behind the thumb. So on the side of the thumb here, we're going to draw a half oval, going out and then back in. We'll draw another finger. So at the bottom here, we're going to draw an oval, going around and then in behind the thumb. We'll draw that one more time. So just down here, curve around and then pull that back in. At the bottom of this finger, we just want to draw the bottom of the palm. So right here, we're going to curve around, aiming towards the other side. So we're aiming towards that point there. From this point, we're going to step down and curve it in behind the cuff. Let's add in the claws. So we're going to add 3 claws on the tips of these knuckles. So right here on this finger, we're going to curve up and out towards the left, going across like that. Now we're going to taper this back to the inside of that knuckle, curving back in. We're going to draw that 2 more times. So from here, we're going to curve out with a slight curve, and then we'll pull that back in on the other side of the finger. 1 more time, right in here, we're going to curve up and out, and pull that back in behind that finger. Let's go over to the right side and do the same thing. So from this point in the cuff, we're going to angle down and out. Let's draw on the thumb. So we're going to step down from that point, curving up, down, and then we'll just pull that in about halfway along that curve. We're going to draw on the palm. So we're going to take this point and curve it in. Let's layer in the fingers. So beside the thumb, we'll draw a half oval going around. And draw another finger. So down here, we're going to circle around, and we'll tuck this in behind the thumb. We'll draw that 1 more time. So right down here, we're going to curve around and pull that in behind that finger. Now for the bottom of the palm, we're going to start at the bottom of this finger, curve around and aim towards that side, and then we're just going to connect the inside part of the cuff and just layer it in behind the palm there. Let's add in the claws. So again, from the edge of this finger, we're going to curve up and out towards the right. We're going to go back down towards in between the fingers and curve and taper to a point. We'll draw that 2 more times. So right here, we're going to curve up and out towards the right, stepping in between the knuckles, curving across to that point. 1 final time. On this finger, we're going to curve up and out, and at the bottom of the finger, we're just going to taper to the final point. Let's finish this off with the legs. So we're going to start in the middle here. We're going to draw a little curve for the lower torso, going across like that. On the left side, we're going to step over towards the right and curve out and then down towards the heel on the left. On the right, we're going to step over towards the left, curving down and out towards the right. Now let's draw on the bottom of the feet. So from the heel to the toe, it's basically a simple curve that comes down and into towards the heel. We'll do the same thing on the right side, making sure they're the same length. Now we're going to draw on the top of the foot. So from here, I just want to draw a curve aiming towards that heel, but we're going to stop about halfway, curving up to right about there. Now from here, I want to reverse the curve in behind the leg here. So curving the opposite direction towards the inside of the leg. Now we're going to take this point about here on the hip, curve down towards the top of the foot, curving down. At the bottom of this foot, we're just going to draw a little trim for the sole. So just following that same curve just above the bottom of the foot. Let's do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to start with that first curve that aims towards the heel about halfway, curving down. Now we're going to reverse the curve to the inside part of the leg. Let's add that little trim for the sole, going across like that. Now up here, underneath the shirt, we're going to curve down towards the top of the foot. Just like that. And that's pretty much it. And there we have it. There's Chibi Logan. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure you subscribe, and you can check out more characters in our Chibi playlist. You can send us your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.